Okay, Mark Gallo one last time with the part, I guess, 3 of the Fender Champ build video from Mojotone. This was an amp that, if you just build sort of according to the directions, it has a bit of hum. You can look at my first videos to explain where that's coming from. So now we have the amp done. The mods that were done is that the fuse holder was removed and a power switch was, inserted in place of it. The normal click on-off switch that was in the pot this pot was removed and replaced with a regular pot. So now I can set and forget. And the fuse holder was replaced with an internal fuse holder here. And the transformer was moved to the bottom so that it's away from the power supply. Now this amp would hum the second you turn on the switch. It was faint, but there was a very slight hum that was coming through the speaker the moment you flipped this switch. And the reason for that was because magnetic coupling was happening. So now you flip the switch and you hear nothing, which is awesome. The other thing that was happening was that with the volume up, you would hear hum after the tubes warmed up. Okay, so now you turn on the amp, you wait for the tubes to warm up, and you just don't hear anything, which is awesome. Okay, so that was coming from the power supply being run across the board to this switch and also being connected to the switch behind this pot. So that switch has been moved here and now we don't have any hum at all. So when the amp is off, when the amp is on and nothing's plugged in, you don't get any hum. I plug in a guitar, I still don't get any hum, which is awesome. Okay, it's really great. And the amp is actually turned on quite high right now. So here I am with a Strat. And I'm going to turn up the volume knob. Now I'm going to get some hum, but that's from the guitar. Okay? And we expect that. Okay? Okay, so it's hard for me to play guitar while I'm holding an iPhone, but, but you can tell that, there's a little bit of hum coming now from the guitar, the normal single coils of the Strat, which is fine. Okay, that's coming from the source. But when I turn the volume knob down, the hum is gone. And this amp was not like that when it was first built. When it was first built, it would hum. When it was first powered up, and it would hum a little bit. And that's very common in many champs, the originals and kits and other things. And so I think these mods for this amp can really go a long way to get the amp to sound more studio ready. I mean, let's face it, if you're playing live and you're playing loud, you don't hear the hum because the guitar is much louder than the hum. But if you're like me and you're using an amp like this in your personal studio, or you're just playing at home at low volumes, or you're just trying to enjoy the amp and miking it up at a regular listening volume, the hum can really be a problem. And so now that this amp is essentially hum-free, and with humbuckers is completely like without hum even when you're playing, it's really very, I think this was a valuable experiment for me. It really turned out great. And I hope that, you can find this information useful if you're an amp builder or an amp modder, or you're looking to have something like this done on your Fender Champ or a similar amp to get rid of some of the hum. So again, Mark Gallo of Atomic Amps and Studio Devil and other, things that I've done. And, this is my hobby, a little bit of real tube amp building and modding and stuff. So what you might see in the future is you might see a couple of mods. I was talking about 2 switches I might add here, small little toggle switches that turn on and off the negative feedback on this amp, and another one that adds a cathode capacitor, which basically gives the amp more gain. If both switches are off, it'll be stock, the way it's supposed to be, and you can turn those switches on or off to basically change the sound. I may do a video that shows how some of that works. I'm also going to do another video that just shows what this amp sounds like without me having to hold the iPhone in the video, taking the video. So again, thanks for hanging in here for a few minutes to watch what I've been doing. Hopefully this comes invaluable. I mean, listen how quiet this amp is. This amp is dimed up pretty high, and the amp now is not generating any hum, and I think that's pretty cool because a lot of champs do make hum, and this is one way to get rid of it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.